we go. We are going to be debriefing the book Ask and It Is Given. We are now going to debrief the processes, no longer the chapters. Process number 1 is the Rampage of Appreciation. In the Rampage of Appreciation, you actually set your vibrational frequency to one of allowing what you have asked for into your experience. What does that mean? For me personally, what it's saying is the more in love you are, the more happy and grateful you are for the things that you're experiencing, you're opening up that heart, right? You're opening it up. You're saying, man, thank you. Thank you. This is a beautiful experience. Look at these trees. Thank you, for this. Thank you for that. I'm so grateful for this, grateful for that. And so you're opening your heart. So what does that mean? That means that at that moment, you're not thinking if you're worthy enough for what you're asking. You're not thinking if you're lovable enough to get the things you desire. In that moment, you're not feeling less than absolutely nothing. So what it's telling me is, in the Rampage of Appreciation, in the moment that you're giving so much gratitude and you're just yelling it and feeling it, maybe even crying it, right? And Misty knows. But it says right here, right? You actually set your vibrational frequency to one of allowing what you have asked for into your experience. So therefore, it's basically saying, Amber, you are becoming a magnet. And all the things that you want are getting pulled closer to you because you're so open to receiving. And I once again, couldn't even conceptualize what I was doing back then. Right? I was just doing what everybody else was doing. Shit, the podcast has to be grateful. We're going to be grateful. But now I'm understanding that there is something way more bigger. Now I'm understanding why I used to feel so happy after happy after happy. Somebody would hit my car and I'm like, you said you good. Okay, we out. You know what I mean? But when you don't practice gratitude, you're just like, oh my God, my fucking car, my insurance, I'm gonna be late. But it's because we're just not open to receiving. Everything is a lesson. Everything. Man, every single thing has something in there. You asked for it one way or another. So what can I get out of this? Man, this is a beautiful conversation, right? Today, I attracted myself a beautiful conversation that at first I was like, but I attracted this conversation. I attracted this conversation at the time that I did with the person that I did for a higher purpose, for a higher reason. Right? And I wouldn't have known that if I wouldn't have sat here and debriefed my day with Misty and to just have that bigger awareness of, wow, I was serving. I was a vessel of love at that moment. And I, myself, created that experience so that I can see that I am truly a vessel of love. Right? That I can give love and that I can receive love. So I did it. I put myself there without knowing, and here we are, right? So I'm just sharing with you guys a little bit of what has been working for me. And what has been working for me, I have to hands down, 50%, Misty said it, slow down. Without her knowing, I don't know if she was talking to me that day or not, but she was talking about slowing down, just taking life a little bit more calm, not in terms of we ain't gonna do shit, we're gonna sit down. It's just more, let's take it a little bit slow so that we don't react. Let's take it a little bit slow so that we can respond to every situation. And that way we know how to respond. We're not taking hours in this freaking reaction that it takes, right? So now then it says, you have been asking in every day of your experience, and Source has answered without exception. And now, in your mode of appreciation, you are in the practice of receiving. You are now engaging in the last step in the process of creation. You are letting it in. So, while there's so much, I feel like for me, This was a really amazing process. No wonder it is process number 1. No wonder. It's the key. It's the key. So that's what I'll share. My love, take it over.
Thank you so much, Amber. I so appreciate you in so many ways. Like, I just get lost watching you and all your examples. I just really love it. I just thank you for just being here and doing this and just being you and just being so real and so full of love and life and all that good, like just who you are. I just love it. I've just been watching you, and it's wonderful. It truly is. And that just like really just watching you every day just really just brings so much joy to me. So I truly appreciate you. Kind of what you said about appreciation. I feel like definitely for sure. And sorry, I kind of lost my voice. There was a little storm here and I was playing in the rain and the wind. So now my voice is kind of messed up, but kind of like what you said, you have to really just look at everything and see past the situation for something better. So I lost my voice, and what did that do? I didn't have to talk or say anything. My kids were like, "Mom, just be quiet. Don't say anything. Stop talking." So I was like, "Okay, cool." So you know what I mean? I was just kind of like chilling and just kind of just more. It put me more in an observer's mode, kind of just watch everyone and just kind of let them do things for me because I really couldn't talk. And they probably thought I was kind of like even more so sick. So I'm like, sure, make me tea. They're like, would you like some tea? And, just let them baby me. So, there's always something amazing that you can get out of everything. And even with the storm here, it's like after the storm, the air, oh my God, it's so clean. And the branches, the trees were so shaken up that they lost so many like leaves. And like literally I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and I looked out my window and I could see like the stars through the little branches. I'm like, wow, I couldn't see that before because they were so full. Like all you could see is like just darkness, and every now and then I could see the moon's little light coming through. But now it's like, wow, look how beautiful that is. So really just taking time to just look around you. There is so much you could be appreciative for. So much. Like you said, it could be from, like you said, the ground that you're standing on, just you having feet to stand on. Because you could be in a wheelchair and you know what I mean, you don't even have legs to do that. You can't run, you can't do any of that. So there's just really so much that you can truly be appreciative of. And I feel like definitely those small steps of appreciation, they open the door for more and more, and then you start to see more and start to appreciate more, and then you just feel so much more love that just starts to come in, and just like you just feel so surrounded by so much goodness all together with just those small, they just start to, they pile up everything that you appreciate. You see more and more of it. You're like, wow. Because after the stars, then later on I was like, wow, look at the sun, and look at how the reflection of the sun on the branches, like how it shimmers like gold. I'm like, that's just so beautiful. I'm like, oh, and then you hear the little birdies, and I can go on a rant too. But I'm gonna try to keep it brief since we got 2 chapters that we got to debrief because I had no Wi-Fi. So from what they said, when you are in the mode of appreciation, there is no resistance within your vibration. And if you really think, and I feel like that what exactly what Amber was talking about letting things in, because like when you're resisting, because you're like, oh fuck, like this, and then this is like that, and I can't believe it, you know what I mean, and you're just like kind of pushing everything away. Whereas when you're just kind of like, wow, like thank you, and then you just like you're just opening the door to see so much and take it all in. um I just think it's a beautiful thing. So definitely continue to practice, especially for those that it's kind of new to. It's going to take some time. It's not, so I don't expect you to kind of feel like things are going to just come on just a second of you just being like one day like, oh, okay, fuck, I don't feel shit. Like I'm still, you know what I mean? Like really just start to practice it and just sit back and look and just really start with the little things and just go from there. It does not have to be anything big, like, like a big house or whatever. Like we mentioned, just the little things and just go from there and just be gentle and patient with yourself and just enjoy the little things in life because there's so much that life is really trying to give us if we really allow it to. So I am so grateful once more for this day to be able to be here and connect with you all, um, and just have this opportunity to just open up and debrief this book and just really help me see things and experience things in a different light and hopefully enlighten others and really help bring awareness to all the beauty that this life experience has for us. So definitely continue to share your comments with us, continue to spread the love,